Hello, people. I'll go ahead and finish the week out with you. Today, the 28th of March. Last full week of March already. Cheers, people. Noticed the latest comments on my last video. All I can do is shake my head about what's going on in Washington. I don't understand. Well, I do understand, and that's why it's so tragic. So, quick one today. Some night listens and some other stuff. I was digging in the closet yesterday. This one here, I have a few closets full of music, but this one, because I wanted to get to some more CDs. I thought that I had this. It's not the full thing, it's a promo. 4 songs from Adiemus, Songs of Sanctuary. Primarily written by Carl Jenkins, but also includes material by Mike Ratledge, the original keyboardist of Soft Machine. And I thought to myself, I have Adiemus number 2, but I found this because of the Mike, and I wanted to know that I had it because of the Mike Ratledge connection. And this is choral, and I don't necessarily like it that much, but I wanted to know that I still own it. So there that is. I listened to this. I think this is what I was listening to last night. I have to check it. I was going to play it out here, but it won't spin up on that player there. Brian Chatton, Spellbound. But I listened to a couple things last night and didn't look to see what I was listening to, and except for this, I couldn't tell. I listened to some of this. Tadamitsu Saito, It's About Time, with guests John Anderson, Tasia Bell, Steve Kindler, and Paul McCandless. This passes. This is, so it's interesting how I've been talking about how I don't like the term New Age, but that's exactly what I've been looking for in my piles, is records that, or CDs that I had bought with that sort of bent, that maybe it's time to listen to them again with new ears. That's really what's going on. And this came out, I can't see the date here, but this is definitely from the time when it was all about trying to make a big market for this type of music. And this is pretty good. It's pretty good. This was not a night listen, but a Soul Note CD. I was talking about Black Saint and Soul Note. This is the Jon Jang. This is Jon Jang featuring Jenny Lim. Immigrant Suite number 1. This is a heavy listen, so I didn't get very far with this. This is jazz, and this is, I can tell it's a heavy listen, but I'm showing it. This was pretty cool, but at the same time it was a little bit on the light side, but I knew it would be. The Magic Healing of Music, BecVar, Brian BecVar, created for Deepak Chopra. That's the tip-off. Kapha, The Magic of Healing Music. So this is when this was all the rage. I mean, everybody was jumping on this bandwagon. Remember when Deepak Chopra was becoming a bit of a, this is 1995, so this is the end of that period, I would say. But do you remember when Deepak Chopra was becoming a bit of a, like a Dr. Phil, a popular talk show person about health and healing and all that stuff. I liked Deepak Chopra, but also could see where he's an opportunist, and he could get rich, so he got rich. But he was sharing good knowledge. In the same sense, this is very bright in mood, and it just about works. Okay, it's I took it off after a while because it just keeps repeating. But I can see where, depending on the situation, if you put this music on, it could actually help the mood of the room. It could. So this was good. Kapha. And then I have a stack of stuff to get to that I didn't last night. One of them is waiting to be listened to, but I want to listen to it at night because I know it's a long tone thing. A trombonist, Stuart Dempster, in the Great Abbey of Clement VI. So I'm pretty sure this is a recording on Albion Records of him playing in this building with amazing natural reverb. It's been a while since I've listened to this, but this is pretty deep listening, so that's on the list. And another disc, just to have a couple records to show, and I might do a poll today. I haven't been showing much vinyl lately. I thought I had this, and a while back when I looked for it on the shelves, it wasn't there. It had ended up in the closet. Actually found a whole lot of stuff in the closet. It's like, man, I need a whole nother house to really show and be able to have easy access to all the music that I have. Aphex Twin as Polygon Window. Quoth. When I put this on, that reminded me why I put it in the closet, because it's not that I think that Richard James or the Aphex Twin guy is overrated. I think that he has put out music that is really not that listenable, like this. Like the first track on this is just pounding electronic drums, and that's about it. So when it comes to records, I didn't play much, but I have a couple sitting out. I will show what I actually listened to. I got into a mood for some Sakamoto, so I listened to the soundtrack to Smithereens' Black Mirror, that series that was on. Maybe it's still on. This was one of the episodes, Smithereens, where Sakamoto did the soundtrack. Love it. I love his work. This one directly inspired the Muse. One of the tracks on here was a direct inspiration on some of the stuff I did on the Muse. Now, I listened to this yesterday, and I was listening to the words, and I guess this is like a play or a presentation. Joe Byrd and the Field Hippies, the guy behind the band The United States of America, the American Metaphysical Circus. I was reading the words, trying to figure out what this is about. Doesn't help. I love the music. There's a couple of things that are very psychedelic on here, and then you can kind of guess by the cover that he's dipping into Americana and roots music and mixing it up with electronics, and these words that really they make sense and they don't make sense. But this was a trip. The American Metaphysical Circus, Joe Byrd and the Field Hippies. The only other thing that got played yesterday was more Sakamoto. We Love You, the single We Love You. The Rolling Stones song. Sakamoto with Robert Wyatt on vocals on this one. Pretty cool. I like it. And then there's a up-tempo remix of Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence on this that Sakamoto did. I like it better than the original. Love Sakamoto. And then I listened to some of this. Soundtrack, El de Oniamis by Sakamoto. Now, whenever I post this in groups, the first thing that someone has to tell me is that, well, Sakamoto didn't like the way they used that music. Well, I didn't know. What are you telling me for? I like it. I don't know what Sakamoto's problem was with how they used the music, but I like it. I've seen the anime movie as well, and I have the whole movie soundtrack, including all the dialogue and other incidental music that's not on here. I like it. These are sitting out to be played. Some favorites. Cabaret Voltaire 2x45. Pioneers in sampling and cut-up music. These are the guys. Plan to listen to that. Haven't played this forever. This is a Desert Island favorite for me. This is one of my top albums. I haven't played in a long time, but it's just very, very much what I love. Jan Hammer's The First 7 Days. I haven't played this forever, and this is a replacement. When I bought it, when it came out, I played it to death and wore it out, taking it everywhere. So my original copy got trashed. I was glad to be able to replace it. I love this album. Some of my music endeavors to be like the way this hits me. Beauty, calming, warm. I think this is a great album. The First 7 Days by Jan Hammer. And this is out for play. His other album I'm more familiar with, but this is the one that's real collectible, and it appears to keep going up in value. But this is an original. Roberto Cacciapaglia, Se Not in Logica. My memory of this is that this is similar to Philip Glass, but don't quote me. His other album, which I have, Sonanza, which I'm more familiar with, is in the Klaus Schultz vein of electronic, but big and wonderful. So this is out for play. This is an original. Found it years ago, and now for some reason it's very pricey to find an original. So glad I found that. It's Friday. The only plan I have is to get outside because it is so nice, and rehearse some more and see what the day brings. Okay? Keep it simple. All right, everybody. Take care. Stay in touch.